I let out a frightened yelp before I realized that Ashley had grabbed the back of my neck. Everyone laughed. Ashley laughed the hardest of all. She thought I was a real riot. "How'd you get such cold hands?" I demanded angrily. She held up her cold cup of soda. "Gotcha," she cried. She could be a real pain sometimes. I could feel myself blushing. Luckily the line had started to move and the two teenage guys turned away. "Do you think there's really a ghost that rides the beast?" Ashley whispered as we followed the line forward. "Of course not," I replied angrily. "Do you really think there's a tooth fairy?" "You mean there isn't?" she cried, acting startled. "Then how do those quarters get under my pillow when I lose a tooth?" She laughed, but her expression quickly became serious. "The two boys believe in the ghost," she whispered. "They weren't kidding." "There's no ghost," I insisted. "But they saw it on the news," she replied. We stepped onto the platform. The breeze felt cool and damp. I could still feel Ashley's cold fingers on the back of my neck. I shivered. I glanced at my watch again. Nearly 11 o'clock. I promised Mom I would call before 10. How could I have forgotten? "We didn't call. Everyone will be furious," I muttered. "Don't be such a nervous nut," Ashley replied. "I'm not a nervous nut," I insisted. "Don't call me a nervous nut." "You're a nervous nut," she repeated. I tugged her blonde hair hard. She punched my shoulder. I grabbed two of her fingers and stretched them till they cracked. She punched me harder. Luckily, the line moved forward before we can get out of control. A few minutes later we were eagerly scrambling into a car. We were the last ones on the Beast. This time we were in the middle row of the last car. When we were all on board, the heavy car began to roll up the steep track. I knew what was ahead. I knew what would happen as soon as we reached the top, and I couldn't wait. I took a deep breath and prepared to start screaming. The ride was even more awesome the second time. We swooped and swirled around the dark trees. The tunnels whirled us around, and then we climbed into the purple sky and back down into the woods. I felt as if I were on some kind of spaceship, hurtling into the darkest space. Suddenly, I couldn't hear the screams, happy cries of others. I couldn't see Ashley beside me, or the kids in the seat in front of us. I was in my own world. A world of whirling shadows, a world of speed and wind. When the car jolted to a stop, I groaned in disappointment. I didn't want the ride to end. I wanted to keep flying, soaring, through the face of my trees, through the cold wind rushing against my face. I just sat there for a long while with my eyes shut. Even though we had stopped, I could still feel the movement of the car, still feel the jarring turns, the swooping slides, the steep climbs. I don't know how long I sat there, probably just a few seconds. Maybe it was close to a minute. Then I opened my eyes and climbed out. "Wasn't that excellent?" I turned to ask Ashley. "Wasn't that the best?" I gasped when I realized she was gone.